We all know that the president's life has been put at risk many times, even back then since the 1800s. But did you know that there's a lot of instances where the presidents were attacked or almost died in the weirdest ways possible? I bet you won't believe some of these ways. So let's hop into it. Let's start with the seventh president of the United States. Of course, I'm talking about Andrew Jackson. Now, Andrew Jackson tried to get his life taken away by a man named Richard Lawrence, who tried to shoot him with two pistols outside of the Capitol building, but both of them misfired. Now, the chance of that happening is actually very low, but Andrew Jackson did not care. What he cared about is punishing Richard Lawrence, and he did this in the most bizarre way possible. He started beating him with his cane, and everyone had to restrain him because it started getting so bad. Yeah, Jackson was a man of violence, and he was a no BS guy. Honestly, I can respect that. Next attack was on the nation's best president. Everyone loves this president. If you don't like this president, well, then I don't even know if you're an American citizen. This president is, of course, William Henry Harrison. Wait, you don't know William Henry Harrison? Get out of here. I'm joking with you. Of course, not many people would know William Henry Harrison. He died in like a month. But how did he die in a month? Well, it's actually quite an interesting story. William Henry Harrison, this dude was hyped to become a president. Okay, he had like a 2-hour-long speech, but his predecessor, Martin Van decided not to come. Maybe he just didn't like him, or because his son was sick with the cold. Anyways, even though the weather was going to be very cold outside, William Henry Harrison decided not to wear anything to protect him, which was an odd decision from him, and one of the two reasons he ended up dying 31 days later. The other one is the dumb reason. One day in office, this guy was like, dang, I'm thirsty. So he got some water from the White House, but turns out Capitol water isn't that healthy. Yeah, he died later. 11 presidencies later, James A. Garfield comes into office, where he also suffers a pretty dumb death. Now, you see, he was also shot, but unlike Andrew Jackson, he got hit by the bullet. Now, here's where it gets really dumb. So, you see, he was recovering, as most people do when they get shot, when his doctor made a little oopsies and actually made him lose a lot of blood and made him die because he tried to extract the bullet in an improper way. So, yeah, screw you, Doctor Man. Next presidential attack was on William Howard Taft by a man named Julius Bergerson. Now, William Howard Taft had arranged to see the Prime Minister of Mexico, whose name was Porfirio Diaz. They planned the summit, they did everything, and it would mark the first time that America would cross the border into Mexico, which was revolutionary. But this guy apparently disagreed with that because he was planning to kill Taft, but he was literally found with a gun before Taft even arrived. What a dummy. The next two-bit presidential attack was about 14 presidencies later with Mr. Jimmy Carter. Now, Mr. Jimmy Carter was not attempted to be killed by any human or was not accidentally killed, but he was attacked by a killer rabbit group. Let me explain. So one day, Jimmy was like, hey, why don't I go fishing? Because I like that. So he decided to do that, and he was attacked by rabbits on April 20th, 1979. Now, he was trying to use the paddles to scare the bunnies away. He was really terrified, because they're bunnies and they're trying to kill him, which is an embarrassing way to die. The next attack was on the man who did not have a sexual relationship with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, Bill Clinton. Someone drove a plane into the White House lawn and crashed into a tree, killing him. Yeah, that is a very aggressive attack, and I have not seen anyone really do that much effort before to kill a president. Anyways, let's see what Bill has to say about this.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate.
Okay, let's actually not let him speak. The last outrageous presidential attack, and the funniest one, in my opinion, was the George W. Bush shoe attack. Now, George W. Bush was talking in Iraq after the Iraq War, where someone was throwing his shoes at George Bush. Yes, someone threw his shoes at George Bush. Why your shoes? Why? He was actually dodging them pretty good, to be honest. Watch the video for yourself.
شكرا جزيلا.
Imagine being the guy known for throwing his shoes at George W. Bush. That's about all I have in terms of presidents getting attacked in stupid ways. Now, please comment which one was your favorite one, because personally I thought all of these were pretty funny. but George Bush's one was just so hilarious. I cannot stop watching that clip. Now, of course, please like and subscribe so that I can give you guys more president's content. And with that, I'm out.